Maxer always has his little Genshin memes over here, and I have sad news to tell you all. I have sad news to tell you all. I like Genshin Impact. I know. Oh, that's how I feel, Bio. All right, now that we're done with that, let's move on.
This video is a cry for help. Genshin Impact is a playable anime, and
there's no better combination of wording by saying this is a cry for help and then mentioning Genshin afterwards. Boys, I am gonna delete the TTS. What the hell is this?
Bomb has been defused.
Thank God. Can we stop? No more bombs. We don't want to die. We're already playing Genshin Impact. We're already depressed enough. We don't need the final bit of destruction in our life. Let's move on. Speak for yourself. You don't want to die? Another bomb!
Bomb has been defused.
Thank God.
it's pretty good since my videos are attempts to make watchable anime. I can't believe it, guys. They made a sequel to Stockholm Syndrome. Welcome to the world of Teyvat. You may have heard of it from all the free advertising that I'm doing. A beautiful post-apocalyptic...
I think every single video has a Genshin Impact reference in the Maxer's videos.
Nightmare world featuring a giant tree. Sorry,
it's
that's the wrong game.
Elden
On our
Ring!
journey throughout the 7 nations, we will meet the world's most
Any tree in any video game is an Elden Ring reference.
colorful cast of children,
For sure.
entrusted and empowered by the gods to wield elemental energy as dangerously as possible. I'm just a big fan of the characters in this game. There is no reason in particular. Assemble your team of heroic psychopaths and begin blasting, loading, cooking your enemies alive, visiting Baby's first casino, and with enough time, it will become Baby's last casino. But most importantly, have fun, because the game will try to stop you. I can assure you that the visual novels are exactly what Da Wei intended.
It's not even only the game that is trying to stop you to have fun. Like, everything around the game is trying to make you stop having fun. The design decision of the game is to make you stop having fun. It doesn't even allow you to continue playing the game after a certain time. Like, it's 5 minutes of gameplay, you're done.
So join me as I navigate one of the most beautiful, fantastical, and expensive game worlds ever made, one agonizing country at a time. This is it, guys. This is what $900 million can buy you. Are you having fun yet? Look, all I'm trying to say is, this is a weird episode of Ava.
Holy! I feel like Maxer must have done some AMVs. Like, look at all of these transitions, these anime transitions and everything, man. It's so clean. You mean LSD? Yeah, both.
Wow, I haven't been here in 2 years. Welcome back to Mondstadt, and yes, the game still displays your IP address, just in case you're a little bit too critical. This place is where the player learns how to fight, learns how to kill innocent animals, learns that they are bisexual as soon as they see Kaya. So I think it's a great opportunity to teach the basics, and nothing else. The environment here looks like it shares a polygon. I think a good place to start is with our team, the Fulganasaria. Official, every crew got the schizophrenic, personality disorder, mentally and physically deranged, wife material. I'm serious about that. There's a quest where you enter her mind and she fights her tulpa. End user license agreement, literally the only physical DPS.
That quest was really cool. I think it's I think actually the original characters of Genshin, I mean, a lot of characters in Genshin actually have interesting lore behind them. I feel like there's a lot of elements that sort of pushes them down to not be completely developed. Like, the general idea of a lot of character has a lot of flourishment potential, but they're not really hitting the point. I think that I think it might be because it's from China, or maybe it's because they're trying to keep it a little bit more PG friendly in most regard. But I definitely think that there are a lot of good, interesting characters. But do you have interesting lore? Some part of Genshin has interesting lore, but like over half of it is but just dog shit nonsense.
Possibly racist, has the biggest slappy in Tevat, Cock, and Rosaria, who is dressed promiscuously, so we need to cover her up in appropriate garments. God, I wish nuns were real. With our team assembled, we are now able to do nothing because I haven't explained the game. Genshin Impact is a based character RPG where each character wields one of the 7 elements, all of them interacting completely nonsensically. Water buffs fire, ice freezes water, plants buff electricity, a fucking gas leak. Dendro requires 9 tabs of Khan Academy. My team is based on not playing the game as much as possible. There is genuinely no cooldown to freeze. By the way, what I'm showing you now is considered tame. The game is actually supposed to look mentally deranged. The numbers are helping me to understand what's happening. Of course, some characters are bad, and others are very bad.
Her reroll never comes up.
Game-changing. There are characters that straight up allow me to fly, at least through a regular means.
I love this. I absolutely love just flying around with this dude. Also, this little flying glitch over here is the funniest shit ever.
Regular means. This one fights with a pogo stick, and this one doesn't fight at all. My Cox crit rate is -87. The game also allows us to choose from a lot of weapons. I think I have a few copies, each one with their own properties and substats. Sometimes too many substats. Like, goddamn, I'm fighting with a Wikipedia page. We've got bows, spears, paddles, big fish, sentient umbrella, child's bomb instructions. I hope you can see why there's a lot of variation, and also theory crafting. A lot of Chinese theory crafting. They take this game very seriously. Like,
that is the craziest thing about Genshin. Like, on paper, like visually, Jesus, the Genshin seems very simple, but if you want to get down to the core, dude, that's a lot of math and complications with it. Dendro element itself is it's a own thesis. Holy shit. It is insane. Some of these artifacts, some of these weapons have like 3 Bibles in a row of information to understand how this thing functions.
Right outside of a KFC, seriously. And if you're wondering about the gambling, well, hell, we'll get to it later.
I love gambling.
A lot to say about it. But for now, welcome to the land.
This game is good. It teaches kids at a young age to gamble. Look at this. Genshin is taking the next mark for the Western audience to develop. Like, you know how social media and everything has taught like teens and stuff now, just generally all of the just generally things you wouldn't usually know until you got older. But now, thanks to Genshin, you're learning how to gamble at a young age as well. How great is that?
Of the Anemo god, who is a twink that gets kicked in the balls. This guy's really jamming out. No
He's
chat, I'm
chilling,
not going to do that
dude.
yoinky splinky. Oh my god, he just doesn't give a fuck. So what if I just oh no,
Oh,
he can't be stopped. Well, I guess if he can't beat him. Mondstadt is a depopulated anarchist state where there are no taxes, no police, and half the country is controlled by wolves. Wolves that you never actually see, unless you want to count Razor. I mean, there's the giant wolf, but he's kind of special. What the dog doing? As a result of this, nobody in Mondstadt has any money. Except for the church, of course. The city is undergoing a crippling wine epidemic. Look, I just think it's a serious funding issue when the cavalry captain doesn't have a horse. Therefore, most of your time is going to be spent cleaning up their mess. Their singular mess. Because there is only one enemy in Mondstadt. Yes, from the beautiful ruins of old to the peaks of Dragonspine, 90% of the enemies you encounter are Hilichurls, a sentient race capable of empathy and complex thoughts.
And you know the crazy thing about Hilichurls? It's like morphed humans. So it's like morphed abandoned children and stuff like that. Those are Hilichurls. Like, this lore of Hilichurls are actually absolutely tragic. But we're just roaming around, murdering every single one we see.
Which is why they must be destroyed. Literally take a random location in Mondstadt. You are 10 seconds away from a Hilichurl. Why is that one unbirthing itself? Really cool that the only organization in Mondstadt is dedicated to race war. They even have their own language, which I'm being quizzed on. Honestly,
Wait, I don't remember this quest. Wait, what quest is this? I never remember talking to Hilichurls like this. This is crazy.
Myself. Really feeling that Muhu Yay today. Don't say Nini Zito, it's basically a slur. They didn't like that. Look, what I'm trying to say is this place has problems, but ultimately they are cool problems.
No, I remember it must have been so long ago then.
Or even
I don't remember.
A story that I can't summarize in one sentence. The dragon was mean, and then he was nice.
Yeah.
Sun Tzu. But ultimately, this is just the beginning of a long, long journey. This game is planned out 7 years in advance. So as far as the basics go, there is no better teacher than Mondstadt, but pretty much just the basics. I don't think I'm staying for the boss fights. What is happening? What the fuck am I seeing?
Ah, music
Okay,
to my
can you stop playing
ears.
for a sec?
No.
I need to go to my teapot.
For the next stop on our War Crimes tour of the Balkans, we're heading to the Funny Nation. Post about this nation to instantly gain Reddit karma. And for that, we're going to need to climb as high as we can so we can deduce the direction. So we're going to this location on the map. If only there was a better way to view the world. Make sure to land on the elevator. Next, we're going to shit. We're
Where's the
going to,
dog going, man? Why are you
one second. We're
flying?
going to ascend to space.
What?
Why does that work like that? Oh my god, the planet's receding. I am alone in this hell on Earth.
Oh my
I
god.
think I'm gonna be here for a little bit. You know it's real bad when the moon is physically below you. Hang on guys, it's getting kind of dark, so I'm just gonna change the time real quick. Yeah, the game lets you do that. Well folks, it was nice knowing you all.
Nice.
Never mind. Hey guys, Maxer here.
Wait, can you
and welcome to,
glide around
China.
like that?
It's just China. 我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。I really hope I didn't just tank my social credit. In our previous of adventures, we explored Mondstadt to learn the basic mechanics, and also, race relations. So for Leeway, we're going to learn that we've been playing the game wrong. But before I can get to that, I need to explain my team. I call it the hot shower by force. Lord knows we need it. Xi Jinping. Yes, this is a man. I know it's hard to tell. He is also ridiculously broken on account of his ability to make enemies wet. Interpret that information however you want. Hu Tao is the owner of a funeral parlor, and she could use a bit of new business. She is also the winner of the Most Terrifying Sims Award. Like, the thread just doesn't end. He's still writing them. Most reasonable Hu Tao made. Yolad is a character that I play for the personality. She is also one of the most overpowered units in the game because she's a second Xingqiu. I don't even care that
She's Xingqiu, just twice the damage, double the damage. There you have it. Oh my god.
a federal psyop. I can fix her. And Toma, who is fucking spelled wrong. Just don't build Toma. With our team assembled, we're now able
He's
to
dog shit.
trivialize the combat because this team is ridiculous. Fortunately, Genshin is not just a game about combat. It's a game about gambling. You see, Genshin Impact is what we call a
I wish Genshin had emotes kind of like WoW on FF does. Oh, you mean like that? Ah. No, you have normal emotes, but not
gotcha game
animations.
because it has got me in its grasp, which means that the primary game mechanic is chance. Every character is chance. Every weapon is chance. Every piece of every build is fucking chance. Do you know what
You
it's
have
like to have a
facial
mathematically
expressions
impossible
and
goblet?
stuff like that.
Goddamn elating. Hey, so
And
I see
then
you trying
some
to level up
small
your crit rate.
animations.
Well, that's a weird way to spell
When you take
defense.
photos.
Fortunately, we can predict the outcomes of our character roles using some Eastern philosophies, and the answer is 105 on average. But don't worry, you've got a lot of time. I guess we're gonna wait a day.
And now dead.
Because only a few 5 stars are actually available, and sometimes they aren't available for 483 days. She is in
Dude, Eula has been gone for too long. Like, where is she? Man!
prison for racism.
But what are they going to do? Lock me up?
Yep.
So naturally,
My
we need to feed our
basement.
gambling addiction
Are you
at any
feeding
cost.
her?
And there's a few ways to do that. You could explore more, go on fantastic adventures, or find amazing treasures. If you want to stay poor, no. You see, the real money is made in the daily quests, which are a series of useful and normal missions, such as talking to people, murdering those people, talking to the Hilichurls very nicely, finding the weasel. Where do you go? And jumping on mushrooms. Who the fuck commissioned me to do this? We also have the power to send various characters on 20-hour expeditions directly to the coal mines. Look, guys, I really need these 2,000 upgrade materials. It's just best you don't think about it too hard.
Greetings, traveler. Ad Astra Abyssal.
Is that... Wait, what? Is Iron Mouse? I love this.
What can I do for you today?
Yeah, I'd like to send a child to the coal mines.
What?
Put her in for 20 hours.
But traveler, she's going to die.
The lithium is not going to mine itself, Catherine.
But traveler.
Do not question me, Catherine, or I'll have you stabbed in a future quest. Leeway is an authoritarian, militaristic oligarchy controlled by a committee of really hot lesbians. I believe in...
Oh my god. Dude, I have looked at too much Ganyu art. Man. Leeway has probably all of the best characters, like nearly all of the best characters. Art, dude, I don't even want to talk about it. Holy moly.
Ganyu supremacy. This nation is the
Yes. Ganyu all the
land of
way.
contracts, and by entering, you have made the contract to not criticize the state. Consequently, Liyue is also where all money is printed on the planet. So, I guess Mondstadt's economy is powered by hopes and dreams. And also, the card game. Look, Timmy, I know your dad's dead and all, but do you want to play Gwent? A minor side effect of this is that
I still
Liyue is
haven't
in
given
midst
the
of
card game a
violent
shot.
crime epidemic. As in, the majority of enemies in Liyue are human, and even worse, they're poor. So poor, in fact, that they're forced to fight you with
Nothing like constantly murdering poor people. What a great game. Just send them right to their deathbed in Liyue.
Molotov cocktails and farming equipment. What is your plan, my guy? The masculine urge to dig a hole. By the way, we're the good guys. Speaking of digging holes, I should probably address this. It's a little difficult to ignore. You see, there are many beautiful places to see in Liyue, such as Night City, the fucking rice fields, the most annoying place to navigate on the earth. Like, please stop giving me commissions here. And then we have the Chasm, which is a secret underground labyrinth containing all of the game's eldritch horrors. And yes, this is just the entrance to the Chasm. Yeah, there's no sound effect for that. If you die down here, no one will hear your screams. As soon as you think you're done exploring, it just keeps going down. The devs had to add moon shoes to the game so I could keep playing it. Now that we're trapped down here, we only have two options remaining. We need to mine and we need to craft. The second part will come later. Okay, so now it's later. Unfortunately, I cannot craft a sense of humor. Look, what I'm trying to say is Liyue is a very diverse place. Certainly more diverse than Hilichurl Field number 6. But most importantly, Liyue is a land of questions. What secrets lie in this mysterious land? What adventures are still to be had? Am I gay now? It's almost enough to make you forget the nightmare pit. And look, Liyue might have a few issues with organized crime, sea monster attacks. It happens twice. And the landscape always trying to kill me. But hey, at least the story's up. It's okay. Can anyone here tell me why like there's like a giant bird next to me? It's weird. Oh fuck, where am I? Diagon Alley.
Wait, was that Ganyu? No, it's Shenna.
What's up, gang? It's me, Arataki Ito.
Oh god. Oh god. Thank god he died.
Okay guys, listen, we need to reach Japan. Don't worry, I have a plan to bypass immigration. We are going to walk there. Yes, that's right. We're going to... Excuse me.
I actually like the fact that they made Japan like an island far the fuck away. Like it actually, like, because it kind of makes sense. Like it actually, if you look at where Japan is compared to China in real life, it sort of matches the way it is in, like, how it is in whatever this world is called again.
Ocean. So apparently I just have to, That actually worked. Okay, I think I've, made a mistake. It's time to descend into the abyssal zone. Just to watch out for the void.
How do you end up here? Where is this?
What do I do about this? So I think I've been walking for 20 minutes. I don't like this anymore. Okay, we're pretty close now.
They
so,
died.
I don't think we're close enough. Please no, please no, please no. How am I drowning there?
He got Ligma.
What is up, my Thades and Gentlethems? Welcome to the land of Inazuma, a home to nobody because no one is properly housed in Inazuma. Previously, Mondstadt taught us how to play, and Liyue taught us how to simp. Well, the land of lightning is here to teach us that we
Exactly. And you think they stopped with simping in Liyue? My god, how many people want to be dominated by the shogun in this area? This whole area just have people that want to just step on you and beat you up.
Yet. But first, let's go over
Everyone
our team,
is
which
mad.
I will be calling the Yandere Benzos. Yai Miko, Mommy, sorry, Sigma female, kidnapped a man and force feminized him.
That is the funniest shit ever.
God, I wish that was me.
Traveler, I'm making a call-out post to my twitter.com.
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm gonna piss on the fucking moon.
Bruce. You can literally name him Bruce. That is actually how it appears in game. In fact, we could name him all kinds of things, such as Baby Girl, Dr. Ligma, Wabushidajanguo, Ballfart, Testicles. What is that? And last but not least, Hokushish, Hatsune Miku. This is literally just Miku. Like, they didn't even try to hide it. And Bennett, who is the single most overpowered unit in the game. Like, Genshin doesn't have power creep because of Bennett. Send this bitch to the coal mines and have his testicles explode.
Bennett fucked up the whole game. Like, I think Genshin would have been a better place if Bennett didn't exist. But you can't take away Bennett now that he is in there. Bennett overall just ruined the entire game.
Now, my previous teams, they were kind of nice, but this time I'm not playing nice. I'm playing for funny numbers. Every single member is optimized beyond the boundaries of reason. I rolled 6 copies of Hatsune Miku, and now I can kill 20 in 2 attacks. It cost $50. Also, Bruce can fly, like actual flight. It breaks like half the game's AI when you do it. They're just very confused. My entire team is him shooting down at the peasants like an attack helicopter. Just don't ask me how long I farmed for this. I had to grind for this view.
So this word boy? Yelan is, if you think Sin Shu broke the game, you need to remember that Yelan is basically him with double the damage. And the application.
Hang on a fucking second. She's wearing socks in the water. Something is horribly wrong with this country. Inazuma is a third world isolationist dictatorship, mostly occupied by catastrophic disasters, both natural and man-made, but mostly man-made. Me and the fellas watching Oppenheimer in the IMAX. Inazuma is also engulfed in a decades-long civil war, resulting in mass unemployment and a refugee crisis. Naturally, this is reflected in the enemy variety, because to visit Inazuma is to be accosted by hundreds of jacked homeless people. Like, these guys just stand in the rain all day. How do the Hilichurls have more shelter than this? It is also a land of many islands, which all act as their own individual...
That is what I loved about Inazuma. Whenever I entered the first time, like, all I saw was just big jacked samurais just charging at me 24/7. That's how the game should be. Not give us these weak little morphed monsters. Give us like big jacked men and women fucking ramming the fuck out of you. Now now we're talking about a real video game.
So I think this is a great opportunity to
that sounds like a threat.
Why you should never visit Inazuma. You know, besides the fucking puzzles. This shit is the work of Satan. Narukami Island is the only place in Inazuma resembling a civilization. The rest is basically just Martin Luther King Boulevard. The only disaster this island has to worry about is the government, and her name is the Raiden Shogun. Kanazuka is the first island to be made uninhabitable by nuclear weapons testing, which then proceeds to leak out of the elephant's foot in an amount so dangerous it makes Chernobyl look like clown college. I mean, I guess there's also the Kujo encampment, but we don't go to the Kujo encampment. Well, that's enough of that. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Yashiori is an absolute nightmare on account of the non-stop lightning storm and slightly imposing giant skull. My favorite activity is going to this place. It limits the land the lightning can strike, so it just fucking whacks you. Looks like another beautiful day in the great land of Inazuma. Of course, I could fix the problem if I wanted to, but when I began the quest to remove the lightning, I was struck by it. I'm gonna take that as a sign from...
The same thing happened to me. This fucking lightning was the worst. Holy shit. When I finally got rid of it, it felt like a bliss fucking head went through my soul, because goddamn, this lightning was the most annoying thing ever.
Seirai Island is what happens when Mr. Beast donates 50 megatons of ionizing radiation to families in need. Like, this shit makes Evangelion look like a comedy special. The fact that there aren't even homeless people here probably tells you all you need to know. Surumi Island is a very isolated place, populated for thousands of years by bird-worshipping savages who need their mineral resources exploited. President Biden, please send Raytheon missiles so I can buy Dasani water and Cheetos. I just think it has something to do with the, interdimensional dog. Watatsumi Island is... really nice. Like, what the fuck? Does this even count as an island? It's just so beautiful. I sure hope it's not hiding some kind of horrifying dark secret.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, Enkanomiya is fucking Atlantis. You get there by jumping into the giant hole, and it's like, how is this legal? Are the developers okay? This place was once home to a thriving civilization, which collapsed nearly instantly after they discovered TikTok. It also allows me to toggle the powers of the artificial sun, and holy shit, this 5G connection is crazy. Look, I think you've got the idea at this point. As much as I've talked about reactions and children, Genshin Impact at its core is an exploration game, because it makes you explore your sexuality, and that fact alone makes Inazuma one of the best areas. If you don't count the story, please kill me, mommy, I've been a bad boy. And okay, this nation might be lacking in housing, basic infrastructure and some unbombed land, but honestly that's just part of the rustic charm. How else do you think this island got a giant crater? Just be glad you don't have to live in Inazuma. It's all fun and games until you piss off the geometry.
Hi guys, it's me, Goro. Goro. Oh, is that peanut butter?
What the fuck?
What a wild trip. Ooh, we're getting to the final
for our
one.
next stop, we're going to enter the weed land. We need to smoke that Zaza and fall unconscious.
The funniest thing about Sumeru is the first NPC you meet, she's high as fuck. She's gone. She's in a different dimension. You go to the land of the forest, the nature element, and all you see, every single one you meet that start are just high and gone. It couldn't fit even more.
And to do that, all we have to do is not be stuck in Inazuma. So if you were a fan of our undersea adventure, then don't worry, this glitch is much worse. All we've got to do is whatever that was. I can't let go of the W button, by the way. Get ready to receive some Holy Spirit. Okay, so we're just going down to we're going to Silent Hill now. Sorry guys, it looks like we're approaching meltdown.
I'm learning new glitches over
so,
here.
1 second guys, my mom's calling me. Hey mom, 1 second, I'm flying to get that Zaza.
What does that mean?
It means I'm low-key in a battle bus.
Sometimes I wish you were normal.
Okay, where are we dropping? Boys.
Oh my god.
Perfect landing. Hey there, my little Genshits. Welcome to the land of Sumeru. Hittite jump scare. The only nation in Genshin Impact that can use the internet, mostly for racism. Good to see that nothing's changed. It is also absurdly gigantic. Like, the map screen can't even see all of it. But before we can get into the intricacies of Sumerian society, I have to explain my team. The kindergarten. Nikita is... I can explain. My girl at 10, but she is 10.
I fucking... Whenever I hear this melody, man... I don't want to spoil anything, but Sumeru is probably the first place where the actual main story lore is actually really good. And when you look at these characters and you listen to the music and you know what the hell is going on, it actually has some form of impact, which is very interesting. Because when I hear this music, you hear this beautiful la 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 music in the background, but I'm all there sitting here feeling like I want to goddamn cry. Because this shows that actually Genshin lore can be interesting, but they don't try to that often, which is a shame.
Nikita is the literal god of knowledge, if you count knowledge as the personal thoughts of every NPC in Sumeru, which she can read. Even when I log into Discord, there's no escaping her. Oh my fucking god.
Naida can read every mind that ever exists. She also has the knowledge of everything in the world. Everything in a 10-year-old child. Holy fuck.
Still typing it. How many emotes do these people have?
Does watching you count as a hobby?
What?
I've actually been watching you for a long time already.
Excuse me, what? Nilu has a completely hollow skull. There is nothing happening inside her head. She could not pass an eye exam. Sangonomiya Kokomi... Wait a minute. I've seen you before. But fellas, I've got something to admit. You see, Kokomi's damage scales on health. Her healing scales on health. And yes, even her health scales on health. So naturally, when it came time to build her, I used the wrong stat. It makes the numbers funnier. Yao Yao is very cute and bunny. Her playstyle is chill and relaxing. In fact, you don't even have to play as Yao Yao. You play as her artificial beast given life. It throws vegetables at them. How many people would you kill for Yao Yao is not the right question. The right question is how many people I would allow to live. Personally, I think this team is really good for not having a DPS, and we are going to need it for all the funny and interesting events this game has to offer. Because, dear viewer, I lied to you. The best way to make money is not actually the Weasel minigame. It is participating in temporary event content, which I can only describe as punishment for developers who are too insane. Event content such as Prop Hunt, a game where you disguise yourselves as various household items to escape the wrath of very stupid people. Oh god, I think he's got a whiff. Wow guys, this is just like Genshin Impact.
Yeah, but I don't have to pay to see kids.
You know what? I think it's about time that I
What?
show off my winning strategies. Fellas, I've got a good feeling about this one. All we've got to do is yep. Next you gotta do this. He will never find me this way. Does he know? Oh my god, he doesn't know. Wait a second, no. All right, fellas, I got a plan for this map. We're just gonna stand here. He has no clue. I can't. Why is it working like this? I'm sorry, guys. Looking up is really hard. I am torturing this man. You could say that he's among us. We also have event content like the boat minigame. I'm having so much fun with the boat minigame. The Pokemon Tournament arc. What is happening on my screen? Does that man have a fucking gun? The Beetle cockfighting. I've always wanted to beat a child. And my personal favorite, Chinese New Year. Because it makes me the most money. Just, don't look up any of the cutscenes.
Let's go! Hey, you, butterfly. You too, Buzzumbai. Got no way.
What the fuck? You know, Hu Tao, I think you've got some hidden talent. Please keep it hidden. That rap wasn't released. It fucking escaped. Kai, you gotta watch out, buddy. You're rolling to the ragging too much. Sumeru is an autocratic Orwellian surveillance state with a little hint of apartheid, governed by the worst organization imaginable.
Did the video die? Wait, what happened? Hello?
University. This nation is the land of knowledge, with most of it being devoted to new, more efficient ways to be—
What happened to the quality? Is this HD? Wow.
Racist. And to that end, Sumeru is segregated between two distinct parts, each with their own unique ways to kill you. The forest is a terrifying safari hellscape where each animal is not only able to kill you, but is evolved to. We've got tigers, cows, crocodiles, robot dinosaur, fungus dinosaur. Welcome to Jurassic Park. And my favorite animal type, poor people. But most importantly, the forest is where the white people live, and they're filling the library with video essays. This is the academia, who control Sumeru by spreading misinformation on the internet. Raiden, the academia doesn't want you to know this, but you can steal ducks from the public park. They're free, Raiden. The desert is a desolate, abandoned wasteland, once home to a thriving civilization. Before the Caucasoids built a giant wall between them. Does anyone else think this is weird? We've got scorpions. We've got scorpiouts. Welcome to Jurassic Hell.
I love the variety of enemies in the Sumeru. I mean, it's a pretty big space, and they're using the two same enemies most of the places, but overall, there's a pretty good damn variety with it. And also the zones, there are actually lore between every zone, so it makes it a little bit interesting. And there's a good amount of variety of how the zones and each like portion of it looks. I like Sumeru. It's a great place. Definitely
never mind.
Step up.
So is he gonna like
He's going away.
And we've got
over better.
But my personal favorite obstacle is definitely the gigantic fuck-off laser. There are, of course, even more enemies, but most of them are just liberal propaganda to make you believe that race mixing is a physical need. And fellas, it's working. But hey, the desert isn't all that bad, as long as you ignore the racist genie quest. Motherfucker graduated from casual to competitive racism.
Alright, later, Max.
What is going on?
I gotta go AFK real quick.
Huh?
No, you can't do this to me. Look, the point is, Sumeru is massive, and it's not even done. And also, Liyue isn't done. And also Mondstadt. Yeah. But what Sumeru does have is an actually good story. Like, out of all the things I expected, Harvard building an Evangelion was not one of them.
Shinji! Get the fuck out of the Eva right now!
You can't tell me what to do anymore, Mom. I'm finally inside of another man.
Shinji, what the fuck?
I am the all-knowing God. Jesus Christ, they really made this boss fight. Mobile game, by the way. So whether you're exploring—
I don't understand how people play Genshin on mobile. One, the game is like 60 to 80 gigabyte of storage. Two, there's too much craziness going on. How does your phone not blow up? Where do you have this storage? What the hell?
Deep in the woods at 4 a.m., finding amazing oases. Gotta sure hope nothing whimsical happens here. Fighting more minorities. I'm trying to be a police officer. Or doing the 8-hour gnome people quest. That is a lot of side quests. There will always be a new surprise in Sumeru. And if future content is even a fraction as good as this, then I'm going to be playing this game for a very long time. Because, you know, I wasn't doing that already. What the fuck? Saito, where are you going? This man is fucking tweaking out right now. You know what, guys? Before I go, I want to give you all a fun tip that most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old.
A shoulder for the past, let out the cries,
There it is. That was a good video. Definitely a better one than the first Genshin video he did. Holy shit. That was really good. I like that.